Okay, with example one, we're just going to start by kind of wrapping our brain around this thing right here. This is saying that the absolute value of x minus 3 has to be greater than 5. Okay, we are going to graph it when we get done. Now, rather than read all this stuff right here, it makes a little more sense to kind of focus your eyes right here on the absolute value of x minus 3 is greater than 5. So think about some numbers that if you talked about its absolute value, it would be bigger than 5. Okay, let's talk about some whole numbers. 6 works, 7 works, because that has an absolute value or a distance greater than 5. 12 works. Okay, so there's some positive numbers, but there's also some things that are negative that have an absolute value or a distance bigger than 5. For instance, -6, -7, and -12. Now there's a ton of other possible numbers, but those are some that should fit when we talk about what could go in here. That may not be the answer, but if we just kind of wrap our brain around this, we're looking for things that are bigger than 5. Okay, now here's a procedure you have to kind of watch. You're going to go back up and look at where it says solving absolute value inequalities near the top, or what we just did previously in the introduction. And here's what we're doing. We're going to split this thing right here into two pieces. We know that x minus 3 is greater than 5. That looks almost like this. This almost looks exactly like that, except for the absolute value signs have been removed. Now, there's an or in between it. If you don't know where that came from, look just above the example here. And the next, I shouldn't say the word and, but or that x minus 3, and look how we reverse the inequality now. It's less than the opposite, which is -5. Okay, again, if you don't know where that came from, that's right above this example. So it's everything that this kind of looks like right here, greater than 5. And then we write the same thing, we write the letter or the words or, and it's the same exact thing, switch the inequality, and then the opposite, -5. From there, it's pretty easy to solve this, and it's pretty easy to solve this. And you can go ahead and solve those if you don't know what you're doing. I'm going to solve these right now. So we're going to add 3 to each side, and we should have x is greater than 8. And then over here, we're adding 3 to each side. And x is less than -2. Okay, now the solution is going to be written like this. The solution is all real numbers greater than 8 or less than -2. That's kind of the language behind it. The more important way to write this is going to be right here. So what we're going to write that makes sense to us right now is x is greater than 8, or, important word right there, x is less than -2. And remember, you can't combine those. Those just have to be written like that. Go ahead and plot that on the number line. You should have an open circle on the 8 and everything shaded this way. And then you should have an open circle on the -2 and everything shaded this way. That's pretty consistent with the or statements that we were doing in the previous lesson. Actually, lesson 6.5.